your hand. We will start with Jamie Say. Oh. Okay, we'll try with Josh Robbins.
Steve, how deflating, how harmful were the turnovers, and particularly the Bucks' ability to convert those into points?
I crushed. I mean, look, I thought we had the game right there. We played a good first 3 quarters were solid. The third quarter is very good. The game was the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter where, like just poor possessions on offense, lack of purpose, fouling at the other end of the floor. And then all of a sudden it's 9 and then the turnovers hit. But that game was lost in the first 3.5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Dan Savage.
Cliff, against a team like that, just how important are the little details?
Give possessions away. That's what I just told him. And that was what the fourth quarter was all about. We just butchered every set. Those got 5 guys that were out there. There's no execution, no cohesion. They're totally different than the way we had played the first 3 quarters. And you can't give possessions away against elite teams like that. And it's disappointing, frustrating, because we were right there. We're right there where we needed to be. And we played in a totally different mentality in the beginning of the fourth quarter than we had for the first 3.
Alex Fleming.
Bench production, coach, 53-24. Bobby Portis, he had a good game. Like you said, beginning of the fourth quarter, it slipped away. What happened?
Well, again, just possessions, bad possessions. It started with the offense, poor possessions. But again, I think they ran in that stage. I'm going to say whatever. If they ran 5 pick and rolls, 4 were either ball handler, open shot, or roller, layup, and foul, one or the other. And I mean, you got to be, for the majority of the game, we had done a good job of our 2-on-2 pick and roll coverages. In that stretch, they were not there.
Jamie Say.
Steve, with all that Aaron had to do tonight, what did you think of AG's performance?
Oh, I feel comfortable with him. I mean, we're going to have, we have to grow into this. It's different for him, obviously. But, I mean, even Drew Holiday, who's as good a ball pressure point guard as there is in this league. I mean, he's phenomenal. And he was able to get us into things, which is, a big part of what we need right now, just so we can be organized and, and we'll keep doing it. But he's comfortable doing it. I'm comfortable with what he's doing. And obviously that, we can grow with this.
Adam Shadoff.
Steve, I wonder what your level of concern is about COVID, considering you just played the Mavs and they've had the positives, and then you have Boston on Wednesday.
Oh, I mean, I think everybody in the league is concerned, obviously. I mean, the one thing that you can feel good about is just, I think our league is so prepared. I do believe that we're doing everything we can do. We're tested every day, home and road. I think the guidelines with which we're living under give us the best chance for, to get through this. And yet, obviously, if you look at the country right now, I mean, we're in a time where this is, the largest number of cases. So I think the timing of it is making it more difficult, obviously. But, you can, have faith in that what the league has prepared and the way we're doing things. I can't imagine anybody could be more organized with it than we are.
Josh Robbins.
Steve, what are you seeing specifically with Terrence? How is his timing off, or at least the second unit guys timing off with him, or need to be built up?
Yeah, I mean, I think one, obviously, is he gets so much attention, and they're so locked into him defensively the last 3 games. And then I do think part of this is, and, obviously we'll watch it again tonight, but the 2 games on the road is, we need to help him get open and stuff. And, the lack of practice time, this is for every team. We're just not at the level of execution that we have been in the last couple of years. And we can get there. We just have to figure out, the best way to utilize shoot around time, practice time, whatever we do.
Pat Welter.
Steve, you talk a lot in the past about this team's way they need to play to win. It's kind of a theme you have. So I was curious, as you get used to not having Fultz in the lineup and you're kind of experimenting a little bit, what does that look like going forward?
Well, I think that the thing it does obviously is we're going to be reliant more on, there's going to be certain guys that are going to have to score for us every night. I thought coming into the year that one of our strengths could be our depth. And obviously we're playing right now without a lot of guys, but when you lose somebody as valuable as Markel, it changes a lot of things, but it really impacts that second unit and it hurts your depth. So those are things that can be developed. And again, I mean, you have a plan where obviously somebody like Markel is such a big part of the plan. And, it just happens in this league. I mean, I've been through this a few times and, there are things that we did tonight that we hadn't done before that you can see that can grow into things. And it's all about, progress and getting better, whether you win or lose. And unfortunately, his injury obviously came here at a really difficult time in the schedule. So I would also say in some ways that's good because we were learned quicker what we have to improve on.
Okay, we have time for one or two more for Coach. Eric Wilson.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to ask about your thoughts on Cole, Bacon, and Bone tonight, the three of them, as they get acclimated into this system since you have injuries. And do you have a timetable for when MCW or Evan are slated to come back?
Yeah, I don't think either of them will be back. I would think the earliest might be next weekend, just depending on how things go, how they progress. I think all three of those guys are doing well. I mean, they're obviously in roles right now that are bigger than what I envisioned, for them coming into the year. I like what all three of them bring to the team. So, I mean, it's a great opportunity for them to, to grow and, they're getting minutes. I think they're doing well. And then, everything now is for the three of them. It's the first time that any of them, obviously, we're playing every other night, so it's not just on the court, it's off the court, taking care of themselves and, how they're eating, how they're sleeping, all of that will come into play. But I think they're all doing well.
Thank you, Coach.